Good evening, my friends. 3 U.S. troops were killed by a kamikaze drone swarm in Jordan or Syria. It's a little unclear. So we're not supposed to have troops in Jordan, so they're allegedly Tehran-aligned militants. So, of course, right-wing warhawk neocons are chomping at the bit to get another war started, which Beijing Biden will probably be more than happy to do because he wants to be a wartime president and another possible option to cancel the 2024 election. So you probably heard the story, an overnight drone attack. Kamikaze drone swarm on a U.S. military outpost in northeast Jordan or Syria, a little gray, has killed 3 American troops and left 25 more injured. Heard it was 34, according to breaking reports Sunday morning. Okay, the outpost called Tower 22 is located very close to the Syrian border, and the casualty rate is so high as soldiers were reportedly sleeping in tents when the drones struck. So, yeah, great job, Beijing Biden. Let's see what his take is. This might have been a scheduled post at 4:59 p.m. Actually, that was my post. But here's Joe Biden's social media manager. Probably purple hair, gender confused, Nepo baby. After 3 Army soldiers were killed in Jordan, bringing up a fake Blue Anon talking point and insulting Trump, talking about the fake Blue Anon talking point that Trump called our veterans losers, and the only loser he sees is Donald Trump. That is a little on the tone-deaf side, so let's scroll up to the top to see. Whoops, we don't want to see him. That's stock footage. So it take minutes for the headlines to spread across the globe for the warhawks and neocons to call on the White House to hit them hard, in reference to Iran and Iranian-linked groups believed responsible for the attack on the U.S. outpost. The government of Jordan has said none of their troops were injured, which suggests all the injured were Americans too, while they slept. Let that sink in. So a partial survey of congressional warhawks who are essentially calling for full-blown war against Iran and its proxies. This is Tom Cotton of Arkansas. Hey, Tom, go grab a rifle. Get over there. Give them hell. No. He wants to send you and your kids over there, your deplorables. They hate your fucking guts, but they want your taxes, and they want to throw you in the meat grinder of their pointless Middle East war. So hit them hard, hit them now. Closeted homosexual Lindsey Graham has to say. And target Tehran, effeminate cocksucker from Texas, John Cornine. Get over there, John. Get your tactical vest on with no plates because you don't understand how those things work. And take an M4, a legal one, or a one that I can't get. Go take the triple burst M4. So all the think tank armchair warrior crowd is in favor of sending more young Americans to fight and die in the Middle East, based purely on another war of choice with unclear end goals, i.e. another Afghanistan. We spent so much fucking money on Afghanistan, it's not even funny. And look at American cities. They're total shitholes right now. Gee, is that a coincidence? Well, anyway. One interesting thing of note is you have absolutely no idea how many terrorists have snuck in through the wide open southern border. That policy may get Joe Biden judged very harshly in the history books. Let's hope it happens. But you don't know how many terror cells are out there. Nobody fucking does. And Jesus Christ, there could be... I know I need Jesus. I apologize. There could be dozens of terror attacks in the United States targeting infrastructure, what have you. So, Lindsey Graham, closeted homo. Hey, come out of the closet, Lindsey. It's okay. It's 2024. Nobody cares. So, brutally mocked by conservatives after demanding we hit Iran now and hit them hard. Give them hell, Lindsey. So we don't give a shit what that cock gobbler has to say. Childless warhawk seeks total annihilation, and he wants to nuke. He wants to see Iran nuked in our lifetime. Now, the United States could glass the entire country of Iran. Wouldn't win him any points, any brownie points with the rest of the world. Anthony Sabatini calls him an effeminate rhino creep. Also gets the same vibes, I imagine. And Gabe points out, hit them with what? Our gender-confused military members and their they-them pronouns? I don't know, that might work. So Jesse Kelly, we gave all our artillery shells to Ukraine, and now the American president is squaring off against his own citizens in Texas. Who's going to fight this war for you? We know it's not going to be you getting your hands dirty. Joe Kent was robbed, by the way. Mitch McConnell, fuck off. The war machine votes to leave our troops in the Middle East as bait, funds our enemies until they kill Americans, and then uses the dead troops as a justification for a new war, of course. The scam benefits Iran. Valerie Jarrett would love to see that. And the defense contractors who own the government. Because Joe Kent points out here. So, Cat Turd, Lindsay loves to send your kids to die anytime, anywhere. And Laura Loomer, I like her body of work, but she's often called Laura Jumer. It's kind of silly. So, anyway, I wish someone would look at me like Lindsey Graham looks at a war. Awesome. So what does Donald Trump have to say about it? A drone attack on U.S. military installation in Jordan. Now, Beijing Biden is probably asleep right now in Delaware. Probably has no fucking clue what happened. It's probably for the best. Drone attack on the U.S. military installation in Jordan. We shouldn't have troops in Jordan there, Trump. I wish you hadn't been lied to by your bullshitting advisors on our troop levels in Syria. So the troop levels are only in Syria to protect oil and gas interests because they're using the United States military as security for, I don't know, Exxon Mobil, ConocoPhillips, Chevron. That's what our tax dollars should go for, right? Not like those companies don't make a fuck ton of money. So Trump marks this as a horrible day for America. The most profound sympathies go to the families of the brave service members who've lost. I ask Americans to join me in praying for those who have been wounded, and this brazen attack on the United States is yet another horrific and tragic consequence of Joe Biden's weakness and surrender. Part 2, 3 years ago, Iran was weak, broke, and totally under control. Thanks to my maximum pressure policy, Iranian regime could barely scrape $2 together to fund their terrorist proxies, and then Beijing Biden came in and fucked everything up, gave them billions of dollars. And carnage is happening, and if he was president, none of this shit would be happening, and I happen to agree, and we are on the brink of World War III. Holy shit, I talk about escalations, that this is a huge one. So, let's bounce over to OS Int Defender, great follow on Twitter. At least 6 Air Force KC-135 aerial refueling tankers, mostly from March Air Force Base in Southern California, are heading across the United States and preparing to transit the Atlantic towards the UK and Europe. I wonder what kind of aircraft they are going to be refueling. Maybe bombers? I don't know. We do have aircraft carriers in the general area. So 8 service members have been medevaced from Jordan or Syria. Okay, so President Biden 3 hours ago at about 5:30 p.m. beating last year's expectations on the economy and growing our economy from the middle out and the bottom up. That makes no goddamn sense anyway either. So, I fully expect him to go with it. And, it may have been a scheduled post. I don't give a shit, but OS Defender shares my opinion, and it's not something that should even be on your mind right now. That's the official POTUS Twitter account. Jesus Christ, we are in serious trouble. Serious trouble. This is why you don't hire by diversity points. So, posted by an advisor or intern. So, 8 American service members are in critical condition and they were airlifted. They were reported in stable condition and most likely will be traumatic brain injury. Unverified reports earlier today say Russian and Syrian forces have begun to withdraw from the Shayrat air base in western Syria, a base which has previously been used by Iranian Air Force to resupply their militias in Syria and Lebanon. So it might be just a show bombing, just to kind of say, yeah, we got this shit. We can still show the world we can blow shit up. So we'll see. This is a very important story. One that probably the media is going to, hey, let's just fact check this in real time here. We'll go about the Truth Social here. Let's go to MSNBC. Sorry, this is a long video. No one's watching this anyway, so. Alright, Trump, all over the front page. Let's take a look at Jordan. One mention, and it is, where the hell is it? It's way the hell down there. It's hidden. So, let's say troops. 3 of 3. There's one down here, hidden. One up here. 10 Republican governors answer Trump's call to send troops to the border. Again, MSNBC doesn't even fucking mention it. Oh wait, there's Iran backed militant groups. Okay, so it's a developing story. So there's 2 stories about it. There's 18 stories of Trump and 2 stories about the drone attack. We shall respond. Beijing Biden didn't say shit about this because he's still asleep, and we are not going to give them 1 fucking minute of content. So, get fucked. Wait, where are you? Get fucked. MSNBC. So that's that. Holy shit, 10 minutes. So if you like my content, hit subscribe, hit the like button,